Hello and welcome to the Misled Youth Podcast. I am Alex.
And I'm Jack.
Yep, yeah you are. And this week we're going to start by talking about last week.
Yeah, last week was interesting. When we started this wonderful podcast all 3 weeks ago.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. We said episodes every Sunday.
We did.
We committed to that. Forgetting that...
we have personal lives.
No, not necessarily forgetting that we have personal lives. But forgetting that releasing on a Sunday means that in order for me to not want to kill my laptop and punch through the screen, I'm going to need a weekend to do these things because there's only so long I can sit looking at Audacity and bleeping out all the times where I say words like
and where I say words like
yeah, that was actually my favourite one of last week. And
Yeah.
It's annoying because they don't know what you've just said.
No, nobody will ever know what that word is. And I'm
it's-
going to say it again. But yeah, last week was horrifically rushed because I was in St Helens until about 2 o'clock on Sunday when I came back here.
Yeah.
You had been quite drunk the night before, so you were...
I was quite drunk the night
Yeah.
before. I was hungover. I was tired.
Yeah, we were both quite tired. And as a result, if you missed last week's podcast...
Don't bother.
I mean, you almost certainly did miss last week's
Statistically,
podcast. You did miss last week's podcast.
I think most of the views on the podcast
Were just us
were
checking
just me,
how many views.
Yeah, were just me going on to see how many views we had. So I think we got about 92 on the first one,
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Just less than 100.
which is I'm happy with that.
Yeah, we got 15 last week.
Yeah, 15.
15. Double digits.
Double digits, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's try and aim a little bit higher this week.
Let's just say that last week's podcast was horrendous and abysmal and wrong in pretty much every way. So we're going to make that an outlier, hopefully.
Hopefully that doesn't become the norm, and we can return to the slightly better ways of old. Also, note on the first 2 episodes, I guess, there was a lot of clipping. And the reason for that is I don't know anything about these things. This is the first time either of us have done anything slightly resembling audio recording and fancy microphones and all that jazz. And I didn't know about clipping. I didn't realise it was a thing.
I still don't know what clipping is.
Basically, it's when the sound gets too loud that the microphone doesn't like it and it just decides to cut it. So have you ever been listening to a really awful YouTube video and the sound feels like it just keeps cutting in?
Not that I know of.
No, basically
I don't watch
it's
that many bad YouTube videos.
Fair enough, yeah. I don't see it. There is no real reason for people to watch bad videos. But if you want to hear some clipping, watch the first episode. The second episode wasn't too bad.
Well, don't watch the second episode.
No,
anyway,
again, don't watch that anyway.
Because it was a horrible episode, and I refused to watch it back.
It was, in my humble opinion, a show. And the reason I can say it was a show is because I have an entire day to edit all this swearing out.
Yeah.
I wish everybody listening could know that the word Alex said is because it is such a wonderful swear word.
It's a brilliant word. I'm glad that I decided on using, but none of you will know.
None of you will ever know about.
Sorry about that, guys. Yeah. Anyway, on to some actual topics.
Yeah, on to some actual news. This has been a very slow news week.
Yeah, basically nothing's happened. I mean, there was a sex scandal involving Oxfam workers that neither of us want to talk about, really.
At this point, everything is allegedly with that. This is literally, I think the BBC News article on it was in the last hour
or two as we're recording
as we record this.
So we don't really have enough information to comment, nor do we particularly want to.
No. So yeah, that was a thing. We acknowledged that was a thing, but we don't want to talk about it at this stage.
Yeah.
If we get more information on what happened and who did what and why,
yeah, we may talk about it next week.
We may.
We might.
Yes.
Don't hold your breath.
No. So yeah, we're not going to talk about Oxfam for any longer than that.
Yep, that's all the Oxfam we need to give you.
So last week,
Yeah.
if you are one of the supposedly 15 people who watched last week,
Probably closer to 10 people.
probably closer to 10 people, we debuted your Northern flag, which I'll put on the screen again.
Yes.
Um,
For those of you who don't want to
Yeah,
have
for those
to
of you
sit
who
through
don't want
last
to have
week,
to, yeah.
45 minutes of pure torture.
Yeah.
My Northern flag. Just to sum it up, Lancashire in the bottom left, Yorkshire in the top right, and the black bar is the Pennines and coal. Because I wanted to put some symbolism in it, because it's a flag, and that's the point of flags. But I do realise that it's flawed.
But
because-
Alex, what about Cumbria?
Yeah, what about Cumbria and Westmoreland and Northumbria and Lonsdale and all of the other...
So, yeah, we made a Northern flag because we jokingly suggested in episode 1 we should make a Northern flag. So, because Alex doesn't drink...
Yeah, I have enough money to go ahead and buy 30 quid flags that I've designed myself. Just because I'm boring and don't drink.
No, you're not boring.
I'd be boring on a night out if I ever actually did one.
You have been on nights out with me, and it has been...
It's very difficult to be in clubs when you're sober. It's so difficult when everyone around you is drunk, and it makes you feel like Scrooge all the time. Because someone will come up to you and offer you a drink, and I don't know what to do in that situation, because I know that I'm not supposed to take the drink, but I want to be polite and take the drink.
No, that's a
I'm
very
not
bad
going
idea.
to take the drink. So one time, a girl just sort of walked up to me and offered me a drink, and she didn't actually say anything. She just sort of held out a Coke in front of me. And,
Was this on Halloween? Was this
It
Halloween?
was on Halloween, yeah. And everyone kept thinking that I was in costume, but I wasn't. I was just wearing a jacket and jeans.
Because
I look like Jon Snow.
you do look like Jon Snow. Comparison picture.
There, yeah. Kit Harington is probably on the left. I'm on the right, just in case
you're
you
not.
can't tell.
No, you're not.
Am I not?
I've reversed it.
Reversed it. Just to annoy me in editing, of course.
You're not
just to
editing
make
it.
me
It's
wrong.
me. I'm giving myself a harder job.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I am either on the right or the left of that picture,
No,
depending
no.
on...
Kit Harington's on the top. You're on the bottom.
You Anyway.
He said
Northern flag.
Yes, we made the Northern flag. So
It's not a good flag because it doesn't represent all of the north, but it does look quite nice. If I'd done it properly, it would look quite nice. I used the wrong shade of blue because the shade of blue that I used was too dark. If I'd used a lighter one, then it would look like a really good flag. I would really like that flag, but it's at the moment not a very good flag.
So,
I may revisit it at some point.
Yeah. So segueing from the north
into the north-south divide.
Ooh. I'm gonna steal a gag here.
Steal a gag.
I'm gonna steal a gag
from Tom Scott.
No. I'm gonna steal a gag from Mapman
From Matt
with Jay Foreman.
Okay, fair
So,
enough. Yeah.
for the purposes of this episode, I am from the north of England
And I am from the north of England.
because we both are.
Yeah, we both are. We're both northern. We can't really get around that fact. You're from Blackpool, I'm from St Helens. They are both towns in the north. For anyone who's boring enough to care about the political makeup, they're both unitary. I'll try that again. They are both unitary authorities, which means they're not technically a part of any county.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah. We
Even
have.
though they're both in Lancashire historically, and for some reason I will never know why they have included St Helens in some stupid ideas. Like, for example, Merseyside doesn't exist. One side of the Mersey is in Cheshire, the other side of the Mersey is in Lancashire.
Okay.
It just is.
But that means we have to take Liverpool.
I'm fine with that.
Are you?
We get a nice port,
True. And the Cavern.
and the Cavern,
The Cavern's wonderful. I
and
like the
two moderately successful football clubs.
Cavern. And the Beatles. We get the Beatles. Yeah, I've changed my mind.
The Beatles are Lancastrians now.
Yeah, I've changed my mind. I want Liverpool.
Yeah, we're taking Liverpool and we're taking Manchester as well.
Ugh. No, my nan lives in Manchester. I can't do that.
We get Oasis.
Beatles tribute band.
True. And both of the Gallagher brothers are, wait for it, yes, they are massive. I don't like either of them.
No, I don't.
No.
I don't particularly. So, the
Yeah.
North-South divide.
The North-South divide. As we previously stated, the Midlands does not exist.
No.
It's not real.
No.
I'm sorry about that, but it's not real.
I've met someone. I went to a stand-up comedy show on campus.
Oh God, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the poor guy, I can't remember whether it was either his first gig ever,
Yeah.
or his first gig on campus.
Oh, poor
like,
bugger.
So he opens up the show by saying he is from the Midlands.
And you heckled him.
Yeah, I feel like I have a duty as someone who believes in it that strongly that I should point it out at every given opportunity. I feel terrible.
Yeah.
I feel utterly terrible.
You had to do it. It had to be done.
I don't. As a rule, I don't like heckling.
No, heckling is not a particularly nice thing to do.
It's
But the Midlands doesn't exist.
The
okay?
Midlands doesn't
It's not real. You've made it up. There is a line between North and South. As I've said before, it changes based on my mood.
so. How do you feel today, Alex?
Today, I'm feeling nice to Grantham. I will
okay.
let them be in the North. Maybe. Birmingham, still Southern.
Yeah, Birmingham is always.
Birmingham is Southern, but I'm pretty sure that Wolverhampton is Northern.
There's a squiggly line.
It's a squiggly line. Some guy from, I think it was Newcastle University, Rainbow Bauhaus if it's a different university, he made a line.
No, it's fine. I have time to do Rainbow Bauhaus.
Yeah, and you can put the squiggly line that this guy has made on screen.
Yes, I
It's
can.
on screen now.
It is.
His squiggly line puts quite a lot of the south in the north and quite a lot of the north in the south.
Because, yeah.
It's a squiggly diagonal line that starts for some reason at Bristol.
I don't think there's anything wrong with starting at Bristol.
Bristol's very, very southern.
Yes, but like
It's way to the south. Like, this line needs to start further north. The
Really?
border with Wales needs to start further north.
okay, yeah, I forgot about Wales.
Yeah, like
That's
Wales,
a very English problem, isn't it?
This is a northern southern English problem because
Yeah.
Wales is weird.
Wales is weird because of mining.
Yeah, because they're all working class, mostly,
Yeah.
but they don't act like it, sort of.
I guess. I mean, I'm taking most of this from like Pride and various other films because I've never been to Wales.
I've been to Wales a couple of times. I've never been to South Wales. I've only been to North Wales.
Ah.
Also, where's the line between North and South Wales?
We're not qualified to do that.
No, we don't know anything about Wales. We're English. Anyway,
I mean, I know they're different to sharks, but that's about it. Wales.
Oh, that took me a couple of seconds.
Yeah, that was an embarrassingly.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Right.
See, the thing is, now I'm doing a video edit. You've just got a picture of a whale and then a picture of a shark when I mention sharks because I have time to do it this weekend.
Yeah.
Because today is Saturday and this isn't going out till tomorrow. I can give myself all the editing jobs I want.
Yeah. Yeah, the north-south line. For some reason, this line sort of it puts most of Lincolnshire in the south-ish, whereas I would put more of Lincolnshire in the north.
Again, I'm judging places I've never been to.
Like, it puts Skegness quite firmly in the south.
Okay,
Skegness is northern.
Skegness I have been to.
It's quite northern.
Yeah, I think I've been to. Have I been to Skegness?
You live in Western Skegness.
Kind of. Okay, fair enough. I've I would say Skegness
Yeah.
is I have issues with that line.
Yeah, if we can be bothered, I
No.
might make my own picture of where I think the north-south line should be today.
Okay. I'm not doing that. But if Alex could be bothered, he's done that.
Then yes, if we could be bothered, if I could be bothered to make one, then it's on screen. If not, Rainbow Bauhaus, obviously.
The Rainbow Bauhaus just said he couldn't.
Yeah. Depends whether or not I'm a massive.
See, the thing is, I've still got to do that audio edit, and I do the audio edit today.
Yeah.
So please stop saying.
Yeah, north-south line. Southerners are southern and posh, and northerners are northern and not.
Yeah, and
by and large.
we're all in Corrie, basically.
Yeah, Northerners are in Corrie, or Emmerdale, depends.
Corrie's better.
Soaps are all bad, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, to be fair.
Southerners... I don't like Southerners.
Now...
I don't like the South in general. I don't like it. I've been there a few times. I don't like it.
I have a lot of family in the south of England.
My nan's from the south of England. She only lived there for 10 months before she came up north.
No, like, my mum is from the south of England.
Oh yeah, your mum's from London.
Yeah. This is why I'm an Arsenal fan. Side note, that was awful.
What?
Well, we just watched the North London derby.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that didn't go well. Anyway, yes, the south. So, I've not really been out of, like, Hendon,
I've been
as far as the south of England goes, and
I've
Bournemouth.
been to a couple of places. I've been to Brighton. I've been to a couple of times around Brighton. I've been to London a few times. Been to different parts of London.
Yeah.
I have been to the West Country once.
Oh, okay.
It rained the entire time, but that's because it's England, really.
Yeah, I don't think you can really...
Yeah, no, I can't judge it based on that. But, frankly, I just find the North nicer. There are bits of it that, of course, are utter shitholes.
I mean...
Like Blackpool and St Helens.
Yeah.
We both come from shitholes. We can't really do anything about that.
No.
There are some parts of St Helens that are quite nice.
Equally, there are some parts of Blackpool that are quite nice. We call those the promenade.
Yeah, we do have all the nice parts, but we're just too close to Wigan to be really nice.
Yeah, that's true. And we're too close to... Well, we are Blackpool.
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, we're too close to Preston or something, but actually...
Quite far away from Preston. Really.
Yeah.
I mean, to go far enough, like, to find a nice place in Blackpool, you just sort of have to keep going west.
Yeah, that's probably about right.
Yeah, just keep going west. The further west you go, probably the nicer it gets. And then keep going, because if you're in Blackpool, then you don't want to be, and you can just keep going into the sea.
Probably good advice there. But being from Blackpool, it's okay. Don't come, please. It's not worth it. If you want a holiday, go actually...
If you want a nice beach, go to Formby. It's really nice.
Yeah, or... I mean, there are better places even closer to Blackpool if you really want a beach.
Southport's okay. I'm probably going to cut this bit out. It's boring.
Yeah,
Nobody wants to listen to this.
No, I mean, nobody wants to listen to any of it, as evidenced by episode 2.
Depressing stuff aside.
Yeah.
North-South divide. There is a line. Judge on your own what part of this country you're in.
Yeah.
You may be northern, you may be southern. Hint: if you're in Ipswich, you're not northern.
No.
If you're in Newcastle, you're not southern.
No.
After that, it gets a bit more blurry.
After that, it does become blurry. There is a blur.
But there will never be a blur big enough for it to be called the Midlands.
No, the Midlands is not a blur. The Midlands does not exist.
The Midlands is south-north and north-south. As in the south of the north and the north
and the
of the
north
south.
south. But that doesn't make it the Midlands.
No, it's not.
No.
There is a border.
Yeah.
And someday, we will militarise that border.
Oh, God. We're going to build a wall, okay? And Birmingham is going to pay for that wall. You mark my words, people. I build the best walls.
Believe me.
Believe me.
Believe me. You can't see the hand gestures we're making.
No.
But suffice it to say, they are the ones that Donald Trump
Also,
makes.
apologies for that awful Donald Trump impression.
Yeah, neither of us can do a Donald Trump impression.
I feel like mine's slightly better than yours.
I don't know, I can't hear mine.
True.
Other than through my own voice, which is
never
actually like my own voice.
No, and I'm an actor, so I understand how that works.
I don't. I'm not an actor.
No. Aren't you Kit Harington?
No.
So, I think that's enough rambling on where the north-south line is. I mean, really, this is a visual thing, because we're trying to describe it.
Yeah, we're trying to describe what is essentially just a line.
That is either here, or is in place of it, is Rainbow Bauhaus.
Yeah. North of that line, in my imagination, people talk like this. And you will go around and you will see a man in a trench coat with a flat cap and a whippet.
Does that mean I have to try a southern accent now?
No, I can do that as well.
Okay, thank you.
South of that line, everybody talks like this.
Everybody quite has this.
You talk like a sort of aristocrat, you know. sort of Tony Benn sort of figure.
I like Tony Benn's wonderful.
Tony Benn is a beautiful, beautiful man. Was a beautiful man. Rest in peace.
His son, however, I have a differing opinion on.
His son doesn't count as Ben.
I mean, he does.
He's not a Ben.
He is.
He's not a true Ben. No, he's not. Anyway,
he's fine, but I
don't
dislike
like
him
Ben.
slightly. He did a good speech on bombing. I mean, I completely disagreed with it, but it was a good speech.
It was a boring speech. He only got a round of applause because the Tories agreed with him.
True. That's probably never a marking of a good speech.
Yeah, let's move on from Tony and Hillary Benn.
Yeah.
To the strikes.
The strikes.
Which will affect us. A strike that will affect me for the first time ever.
Really?
Yeah. Nothing ever happens.
Did your teachers never strike in like?
Oh, they might have done, but I don't remember it.
Oh. Like it felt like in Blackpool they used to happen all the time.
I don't think that really ever happened to me.
Oh.
It might have done. I just don't remember it.
Oh.
Anyway, our lecturers are striking.
Yeah, they are.
And lots of other lecturers across the country are striking because, well, as my linguistics lecturer told us, she said they're trying to steal our pensions.
Yeah. So there are 61 universities currently taking industrial action at time of recording.
7 more voted for it, but they didn't have enough of a turnout, so they will be balloted again. So under these complicated rules, actually they're not particularly complicated. No, you just need 50% turnout or something like that, didn't they?
Yeah. So basically the idea is, it can't be decided on by a minority of the electorate, I suppose.
Yeah.
Which should be a thing across more things.
Could you have that for a national election? I don't think so.
I mean, you get 50% turnout for a national
never.
Anyway.
Only just.
Basically, what I'm saying is, I think that's a good idea. Generally,
I'd just rather have mandatory voting because if you don't vote, then you don't really have a say.
I dislike mandatory voting. I like opt-out voting.
Opt-out vote, yeah.
My opinion would be everyone is automatically on the electoral roll at 18.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be on it, you go to a website or ring ring the people up and say, "Hi, I disagree with voting because XYZ, religious reasons. I think Jehovah's Witnesses don't vote."
Yeah.
Whatever, that's fine.
Being bored of politics is not a reason to not vote.
No.
I am bored of politics, and I still go to Labour Club meetings every week. So I talk about it all the time.
I'm incredibly bored of politics.
But we're both
talking about politics.
We both talk about politics all the time because we care about politics.
Yeah, it's like any passion. I am incredibly bored of watching Arsenal fail every week. I will still watch the games because I care, and because I care about the success of the thing that I love. Equally, I hasten to say I love this country.
No, I don't particularly like it. No.
I care about the way that my country is governed. Therefore,
correct. Yeah.
I will take an active interest in the political goings on of this country, despite how bored and generally tired I am of them.
Yeah. I mean, just being bored of politics never stops me from making fun of Michael Gove.
No.
Because he's endlessly funny.
Yes. So students care about politics and care about these strikes.
Some students do.
No,
a lot of students don't.
No, that wasn't a statement. That was encouragement.
Imperative. Yeah. Care about the strikes.
Yes.
Because they matter. Because the University and College Union, which is the people that basically govern our lecturers.
Yeah.
They're not happy with the way that Universities UK are handling some changes to the pensions.
Yeah.
Because they think because it's going to involve investments.
Yeah.
Like they're going to invest the pensions in stocks and stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, which they don't like because it theoretically means that they could end up with no pensions.
Yeah. I think from what I remember reading about it on the UCU website, their estimates work out that lecturers work out about 10 grand worse off.
Yeah, that's the same figure that my linguistics lecturer.
Okay, that's probably correct.
Yeah.
No need for Rainbow Bauhaus this time.
Yeah. But there was one guy in my linguistics lecture who started arguing with her.
Yeah.
Like, he was really annoyed because, I mean, it's understandable. He's
Yes.
paid quite a lot of money, and he doesn't quite understand that the reason these lecturers are striking is because they have been unfairly treated.
Yes. I feel that students are perfectly justified in thinking, I have paid £9,250 a year.
Teach me.
Teach me.
Yeah. But the reason this
Yeah.
is flawed is because the correct end to that sentence is, I am paying you £9,250 a year.
Pay your lecturers properly.
Why can't you treat my lecturers
Yeah.
like good people?
Yeah.
The good people that they are.
Because the thing is, I pay £9,250 a year to the university.
Yes.
I don't. After the end of every lecture, I don't go up to my lecturer and like hand them 20 quid.
I think it's about 42 quid a lecture.
Oh, okay. I guess it
like
depends what course you do.
That's a figure that I've been told. I'm not sure if it's right. I'm not sure if it's even close.
No, but yeah, I
Depends
don't.
on how many lectures you have.
Yeah,
I suppose.
I don't go up to the end of every lecture and hand my lecturer the money. Like, that's not how this works.
No.
You pay it to the uni decide what to do with it. Tuition fees in themselves are also an interesting debate, but
Yeah.
them
I don't
aside,
like them. They're
no.
too high.
them aside, that's okay. Fine, we're paying for it.
Yeah. I'm not going to whine about it now.
Use the money to actually
To guarantee us a good level of education
Yeah.
and good working conditions and treatment of our lecturers. Because
Yes.
why wouldn't you? Oh, sorry, I know why. It's because they're too busy redeveloping the entire campus all the time.
redesign the spine.
They've been redesigning the spine for about 3 years now.
I mean, we've
and
only been here.
It feels like I've been having to take diversion routes for about 3 years now. I've been here for 4 months.
Yeah. We've
God,
never
it's
actually
a lot.
stated our university. I feel like that's a
No.
good thing. I mean, you can figure
Have
it out
we?
from I don't think we have. And you can figure it out from context.
Probably. I'm pretty sure we have.
Maybe.
We probably stated it at some point.
I don't think we have.
Uh,
Not explicitly.
Well, it's
we've-
Lancaster.
Yeah,
So,
it's Lancaster. We're at
the
Lancaster.
University of Lancaster.
Which, by all accounts, is a wonderful university. I'm very happy here.
It's quite nice, yeah. I like it.
But yeah, don't be
Don't be to lecturers.
lecturers are wonderful.
Don't take away their pensions. Alright, I think that's about it.
I think 40 minutes last week was a bit of a slog.
Yeah, it was a long and brutal episode
Yeah.
last week with a lot of mistakes that we couldn't really be bothered to fix.
No.
Because we didn't have time. And so last week we're going to put it behind us.
Yes.
Hopefully this week is better.
If it's not, let us know.
On Matt Hancock, obviously.
On Matt Hancock, of course. Are you
just use
still on?
the YouTube
Are you
comment.
still on Matt Hancock?
I still have it, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Matt Hancock.
Everyone
links,
else has deleted it because
Yeah,
it's a dead meme already.
I still had Flappy Bird for about 3 weeks after that was cool.
Yeah. After it sort of stopped existing.
Yeah, and then it completely fell off. God, I remember.
Happy Bird, that's a long time ago.
Was it? It was something. I still had something. It might not have been Flappy Bird though, because it got removed while it was still
Yeah,
popular.
yeah.
And there were like iPhones with Flappy Bird still installed.
Yeah,
for,
you
like,
get them like £1,000
Yeah,
on
yeah.
eBay.
I can't. Oh no, it was Pokemon Go.
Pokemon
Go that I still had.
I hated that because I live in a village. There are no Pokestops there. There are like 3 Pokestops in the entire village. I'd have to go somewhere and actually see people to get any items.
God, social interaction.
The only things I ever saw were Rattata, Pidgey, and Caterpie. It was so annoying. I gave up on it. I gave up.
But no, I still had it for about 3 weeks after it was cool.
Yeah, you lived in a proper town. You could
I mean,
actually see Pokestops from your house, probably.
I can't remember. I couldn't, but my church was one. Yeah, my church was one. That was cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, that aside, and hopefully this episode has been slightly more enjoyable, and there has been no clipping that I am aware of.
There might be some.
There may have been some. Hopefully there wasn't. Hopefully this was more enjoyable for you to listen to. So in closing, I have been Jack.
And I have been Alex.
And you've been listening to the Misled Youth Podcast on YouTube. And we'll See you again next week. We won't see you. You can't see us. You can hear us. So you'll do that next week.